First of all, I thank the organizer for the invitation. In this talk, F will be a periodic field. G will be a classical group. Not necessarily quasi-split. Well, in fact, I have in mind orthogonal or symplectic group. So because I will speak on A packets, I need a morphism as yesterday, psi, WF cross SL2 in the dual group LG, which is included by the natural representation in some GL, GL and stars G, C. So I will always consider such a psi as a representation of this group with the usual property, you know. Alors, to G is associated a character chi G. This is a character of the center of LG, of G hat. G hat is LG naught. And to psi, Arthur has associated to psi something which he has called a multiset, but I don't like very much this terminology, so I prefer to say that to psi we can associate a representation, which I will denote by PA psi, which is a representation of G, GF, cross the centralizer of psi, in fact, it factorizes to the component group, such that, this is uniquely defined, so I will write it as a sum over the chi, I will explain. Alors, chi run over the set of characters of the component group. Alors, character means really character, c'est-à-dire one-dimensional representation, such that the restriction of chi to the center of J hat is equal to chi G. And so this is a representation of the centralizer. So this is a representation of GF, so a true representation. So P A psi chi is a representation of GF. Alors, in the periodic case, we know that it is a representation necessarily semi-simple. The fact that it is semi-simple is by definition, in fact, without multiplicity. And moreover, if chi is different from chi prime, P A psi chi has no component in common with P A psi chi prime. So, to be quite correct, because the representation a priori is non-zero, in some very particular case, this can be zero. This is for non-quasi-split group. There is a question? So, and this P A psi is uniquely defined using endoscopy and twisted endoscopy. And it is very easy in this definition, it is very easy to write the transfer relation. I will not do that because it is not the subject of my talk, but it is much more easier than with other definition. So this is the basic definition. So I have used this definition also, which is probably not a very good one, but I have denoted George psi, the set of irreducible sub-representation of psi, alors counted with multiplicity. So George psi classify psi, and because all the representation, of course, we look at under you look only at the conjugacy classes. So now Tadic has an idea to fix pi. Unitary, this is not necessary, but if it is not unitary, all is empty. So fix pi, unitary, irreducible representation of JF, and he define George cup pi to be the union over all psi, such that pi is included in PA psi of George psi. Alors, this is the union as a set. This means without multiplicity. I have not said exactly. This means that there exists chi such that pi PA psi chi is non-zero. So, this is, of course, a better definition if we are interested in the representation. So I still need one definition. So I need the following definition. Fix tau, an irreducible representation of WF cross the two copy of SL2. So in some GL ditto of C. So this is irreducible. Assume that tau is isomorphic to its contragradient, tau star. Then I say that tau has good parity. This definition is only for orthogonal and symplectic group. For unitary group, we have to give another definition. Has good parity if tau is symplectic, when G hat is symplectic. And tau is orthogonal if G hat is orthogonal. Otherwise, we say that tau has bad parity. So Tadic introduced another definition. define irreducible, the set of irreducible P pi to be the set of tau of good parity such that the induced representation is irreducible. Alors, this is the representation. This is the representation of G, L, D tau F, which is associated to tau as in yesterday's talk. So, in the notation of Bingshu, if tau is rho AB, tau GL is nothing else than the Spe for the Steinberg. This was defined in Bingshu's talk. So, just a comment. Tau of good parity. So, a remark. If tau is not isomorphic to tau star, or if tau is of bad parity, then the induced representation is always irreducible. So this has no interest to. So moreover, only the representation with good parity matters to understand the representation P psi. You can always write your psi, any psi, as the sum of psi of good parity. You take the sum of all the sub-representation with good parity, plus another sub-representation and its cotangent. And in this way, P psi is always equal to the induced representation of the P psi good parity across the representation of GL, which is associated to psi prime. So this is a very important notion. But what I want to discuss today is the property of the link between this set and this set. Now, the first proposition I will comment is the following. We have an inclusion. Shortcut pi is a subset of irreducible P pi. But in general, it is not an equality. So I will say something about the proof and give a more precise theorem. So we have fixed tau, and we are interested to understand the induced representation. Alors, let's say at the beginning, for chi as above. Now, this can be done very easily, in fact, because endoscopy and twisted endoscopy commute with induction. So it's not really difficult using that to say that the following parameter will appear. The sum of psi plus is the sum of psi plus 2 copies of tau. This is also an A parameter for a bigger group, the group which is relevant for this induced representation. And what the fact that the endoscopy and twisted endoscopy commute with induction prove easily that this representation is equal to, it is certainly, this is unitary, so this is semi-simple. So it is a sum over all the character chi plus, which are characters of the centralizer of psi plus, such that the restriction of chi plus to the centralizer of psi, there is a natural inclusion, the restriction is equal to chi of P A psi chi plus. So that's easy, but there is a problem. That's, I will write it here, remark. It could happen that there exists pi and pi prime in P A psi chi, such that the induced is irreducible and the other one is not. Tau GL. So this is certainly not enough to understand the irreducibility property. So we have to go back to the general definition of the representation in the Arthur's packet. So we have to go to the general construction of pi inside. Fortunately for me, Bing-Xu has already said something about that. I need something more general because I have no restriction on the parameter. So I need psi, of course. So I have George psi. I take any psi such that pi is included. I have George psi. So I have to put an order. We have to put the total order on George psi, which has with a condition which I will not explain, admissible. I will say admissible. So this is so I will denote it now. So this is one thing, and I also need a function L of George psi to the integer such that L of rho AB is an integer between 0 and the infinity AB over 2. This was already in Bing-Xu's talk. And we also need a sign, so a map from George psi in plus or minus 1. So I will not give the precise definition, but I can explain how this appears also in the Archimedean case. And in fact, it is more intuitive in the Archimedean case. So in the real case, the Arthur's representation is constructed using cohomological induction. So this is cohomological induction. This we have proved with Renard. So, cohomological induction of what? So of a unipotent representation. This will not show up in the p-adic case. It does not say that there is no unipotent representation in p-adic case, but they do not play the same role. No in p-adic case. And a character of a product of a unitary character of a product of unitary group. There is no Spe representation in the real case, so the Spe is just a unitary character. So in fact, the George psi will be something like a set of pairs, chi, let's say Ki, Mi, where Ki is a unitary character of C star of U1. And Mi is an integer, which will give the unitary group UMI. What is the L and the eta? First of all, the order. In the Archimedean case, we also have an order. We have to do cohomological induction, and we have to be sure that all the representations are 0, except in 1 degree. So to be in the fairly weak range. So this is the order. After that, the L and the eta plus is gives a pure uniform of UMI. So it is a pure uniform is either this one or the other one. And you see that you certainly have the restriction that the L has to be less than or equal to m/2. And this is exactly the same as in the p-adic case, in fact. Now, when we have this datum, so with the order, with L and with eta, I can construct the P psi L eta, which is unfortunately either 0 or a representation. In the p-adic case, it is an irreducible representation. In the Archimedean case, one of the difficulties is that it is not in general an irreducible representation. But in the p-adic case, it is easier. It is always either 0 or an irreducible representation. Either 0 can also occur in the Archimedean case. And so with that, now we can state a precise theorem for the irreducibility. I have psi, so I have already said that psi plus will appear. So George psi is certainly included in George psi plus, because George psi plus is the sum of George psi and two elements. So I have the order. I can put an order on George psi plus, which extends the order on George psi. So it is such that the two copies of tau are adjacent. This is possible, so the order has to be admissible, and there is no problem to do that. So now the precise theorem is as follows. Tau GL cross pi psi L eta, which is pi, so I assume that it is non-zero, of course, is equal to the sum over all the function L plus eta plus, which extend of pi psi plus L plus eta plus. So this is a general situation. In fact, for that, I do not need that tau is of good parity. But if it is of bad parity, in fact, there is only one extension. So the corollary, of course, is corollary is that tau GL cross pi is irreducible if and only if pi psi plus L plus eta plus is equal to 0 for all extension except one. And fortunately, this has been analyzed by Bing-Xu. He has given, as I said yesterday, he has given an algorithm to say when so we can use his algorithm. To have the proposition, it is in fact it is an easy part of the algorithm. So the proposition follows easily from the corollary because if tau is in Jordan cup pi, of course we can assume, we can assume that tau is in Jordan psi. So we have in Jordan psi plus, we have three copies. So we can arrange the thing in such a way that the three copies are adjacent. Can be put adjacent in the order. And if we do that, then we certainly have that L depends only on tau. This is good. For the eta, unfortunately, I have not been able to give a definition of the eta in such a way that the eta depends only on the tau, but it's sure that eta plus tau is uniquely defined in an easy way. We have no choice. Okay. So this finishes the proof of the proposition. But in fact, if Tadic is interested in such question, it is to understand complementary series starting from representation which are of Arthur's type. So he also wants to know what happened in the bad parity case, and after that I will discuss the first reducibility point. So the bad parity is also easy to understand at 1/2. So now, what we want to know is when, so the problem now is to understand the twist by 1/2 cross pi. Here we are still lucky because we still will have a theorem such like this theorem, but we do not have, we will have 2 parameters instead of 1. Because it's not very difficult to understand what happens, we certainly have to use the twisted endoscopy. So the twisted endoscopy and twisted endoscopy commutes with induction. So this is an induced representation, so you can use that. But in fact, we certainly will have to understand the twisted trace this is not very difficult to understand. This has been computed by Tadic, in fact, as given the answer. So recall that tau, I will forget this, that doesn't matter. The tau is associated to a triple. So, in fact, is not semi-simple, but the semi-simplification is without multiplicity, and in fact it is easy. It is the sum of there are 2 components. Plus the same with B. In some case, in some very particular case, it's not exactly that, but no matter. So you will see that I will certainly have to introduce 2 new parameters starting from psi. So I have to start to introduce psi plus. This is psi union for plus this one. And psi prime plus, which is psi plus the other one. And the theorem will say that the induced representation, which is no more semi-simple, but as a semi-simplification, as above, so it is the sum of all extension L plus eta plus of pi psi plus L plus eta plus the extension for the other one. Here I have to say something about the fact that where I have used the fact that tau is of bad parity, because it's not obvious, as I have said. So in fact, here I have to compute a twisted trace. So it's not so easy to compute the twisted trace. The action of the interturning operator is here there is a natural action. So we have to compare the natural action with the Whittaker action. And so the twisted trace will be, in fact, a linear combination, and we can prove that it is the sum of the twisted trace of these two representations. But what we use is that if tau is of bad parity, this is of good parity, and we know by Arthur, we have to use that, we know by Arthur that the twisted trace is a transfer from the classical group we start with. So we can compare now the twisted trace. We have the trace which transfer to the twisted trace, and we have the trace of the induced representation, and they have to be equal. If tau has good parity, in fact, this leads on another group, and we cannot compare anymore. Okay. So this is where I have used the fact that tau has bad parity. So now it's more difficult to give it's more difficult to analyze now when this has just one term. So, and moreover, even if we can do that, we are not happy, because what we want to be able to understand complementary series is to understand the first reducibility point. So we fix tau, such that tau is isomorphic to tau star. If it is not, all is irreducible, so there is nothing to do. So the first reducibility point is definition. It is a k, an half integer, such that cross pi is reducible, but for all k prime in 0 k, except k, half integer is irreducible. So to understand such representation for k strictly bigger than 1/2, we can still use Tadic result, because Tadic has in fact computed the same thing with k. He has proved that such a thing has a semi-simplification which has no multiplicity, and he has given explicitly the component. But unfortunately, we will see in the decomposition some representation which are of Arthur type and other representation. So we can understand the semi-simplification, but we will have other representations than just a representation of Arthur type. So in general, I cannot say much. So I will turn in the case where I will understand all the things. So this is the regular case. The regular case is the case where so P or psi P is regular. If pi is psi psi such that the restriction of psi to WF cross the diagonal of SL2 is without multiplicity. Now, this definition does not depend on the choice of psi because this restriction depends only on pi and not on psi. So if we think with the analogy of the real case, in fact, it is essentially to ask that the infinitesimal character is regular. So it is, of course, a much more easier case. So in that case, we can say we can solve all the problem. Here we have the theorem. First of all, the Jord-Cup pi is equal to, I have the irreducible P pi, or there is not totally, it's only the element of good parity, of course. In fact, it is the most difficult theorem to be proved. This is one. And for the first reducibility point, first reducibility point, if and only if. So I always write tau as tau rho AB. So if and only if rho A plus 2k B, 2k B is of good parity, and rho A plus 2k prime B, and the other one are in Jord-Cup pi for any k prime in 0k. And this is false. In fact, there is other way to write that. So I will finish my talk just in speaking what is, can we describe that in fact? I don't know what it is. This is one of the problems. I don't know if it is really complicated, in fact. In the Archimedean case, we have solved such a problem with David For some particular representation, we have found very different psi, which are in J-cup pi, but this was due to the fact that we have a unipotent representation. And as I have said, in the periodic case, unipotent representation does not play the same role. So I'm not sure that it is very complicated. But in fact, I don't know. I know it in the regular case. There is an easy description. So, in fact, in the regular case, the function L, recall that I have a function L of George psi to n, does not depend on the order. Now, this is not obvious, not at all, and this is due to Binshu. So, if the representation is not regular, the function L depends on the order. So, and the description of J-cup is, roughly speaking, psi and psi prime are such that pi is in the intersection. Roughly speaking, if we have change, some element in J psi and J psi prime, such that L is equal to 0. This is for the analogy with the Archimedean case. In fact, I have said that regular case is the same as regular infinitesimal character. So in that case, representation are the representation constructed by Adams and Johnson, and it is known that when two representations constructed by Adams and Johnson are the same, and this is exactly that you have in the Archimedean case. Regular means regular infinitesimal character. And this implies that the representation are the representation constructed by Adams and Johnson. So what we can do when we change two representations are the same, if we have you have induction with some parabolic, some unitary group, and eventually the trivial representation of what's up. So a smaller classical group, and you take character here. Here you take the trivial representation of a character. And the only thing that you can change is the I, such that the product PIQI is equal to 0. So this is exactly what I have said at the beginning. This is exactly when the L is equal to 0. Okay, so I will stop here. I don't know. No, there is no reason. No, there is no reason. No. You have very few, let's say, what is a generic representation? You have to For generic representation, one copy of SL2 is the generic representation. Pi epsi contains a generic representation only if this is true. Only if psi restricted to the second copy of SL2 is equal to is trivial. Okay? So in that case, regular means a discrete series. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Discrete series are regular. Yeah. It's exactly the same. So, if you have the, so for this is true, but for if psi restricted to the second copy of SL2 is trivial, then P regular is equivalent to the fact that P is a discrete series. Okay? So this excludes the tempered representation. Well, of course, for the tempered representation, we can say a lot, but and in fact, there is another definition of P regular which does not need that P regular is also equivalent to the fact that there exists a discrete series such that the cuspidal support of pi and pi disk are the same. Okay. Can you say again the location? Yeah. Yeah. Just the first one. Just the first one. I have not tried to do the other one, but probably I cannot do. So just the first one. In fact, it's easy to the theorem is difficult for 0 and 1/2, and after that, if we have the irreducibility at 0 and 1/2, it's easy to compute the first reducibility point. But after, I don't know. Yeah. I will give you after the talk. It is using Bing-Hsu. Bing-Hsu has given necessary and sufficient condition to have a non-zero. So you look at this paper, and he has given yesterday some necessary condition in order that the representation are non-zero, and you construct a case where the condition is to give you just one. You have some equation to solve, and so. What?
I mean, you have regular, or if the thing is one.
Yeah. No. This is no. This is what's no. Yeah, okay. So no. So this is if the rest. I have not to erase, but this is in general. In general, P is regular if and only if there exists a discrete series with the same cuspidal support. Okay. In fact, I have introduced another notion of that, the cuspidal support, the generalized cuspidal support. And the generalized cuspidal support is exactly the same as the the restriction to the WF cross the diagonal of the 2SL2.
This can go the other way, you have discrete series would be regular, right?
Discrete series are regular.
Go the other. In one direction, if phi is regular, you can only leave, that's not necessarily true, but phi is discrete series, it is regular.
Yeah, think to the Archimedean case. Archimedean case is not a good example because we have the three. As I've said, you forget the unipotent representation and think to the Archimedean case. Okay.
And we shall resume.